Hey guys, welcome to Anarchy Worm Bin. It's taken me about 2 months to figure out where to look when I'm filming, so hopefully I get this down because it feels really weird to look down and to the left. I am doing an update on my experimental bins that are just different types of food. And this is, I have been checking in on them, but this will be my first check-in in a few days. Overwhelmingly, I'm shocked at how the bread did, but how about if I turn this off? But I think it went normal food, bread, then peppers, then flowers. I don't know. Let's see if it's still the case. Okay guys, here's the normal bin. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but they have been throughout. Sides, mostly to this side where all the food is. There have been a few on the other side. And then I will open this and show you guys the inside. This one is the bin with the peppers. I've got the hot peppers were right around here. You can see some little guys under there. There was an orange bell over here, but the majority of them have been hanging out right here along this Anaheim. It was all along the side. This is the bread bin. This one's been the most grossest. It's got lots and lots of mold in it. And it's got a lot more, let's see if I can get a better shot. It's got a lot more activity right up in the grill. Although they do stay right around the sides. And the flowers. This molded a lot more than I thought it would. Let me see. Not much activity right now. There has been a lot, but you can see they're all along the border, like right where the flowers end. That's where the mold is all coming in. So I'm gonna change my camera shot and show you from the top. Hold on. Okay, this is the flowers going in reverse order. See, fruit fly. I've had 2 fruit flies. Both of them came from this bin. They are crazy thick in here. These were from flowers that were delivered to us, so like not out of my yard. Of course, I never saw fruit flies in my house, and these were frozen. So for those of you Bill Nyes out there that are writing down all the science, those are some facts for you. They're staying right here on the border, especially right here where it's really wet. They're concentrated. They are liking these flowers, but again, they're staying right on the edge. Moisture content seems good. I'm not going to add any water, and they're all throughout, like this bedding all the way over on the other side. There, I don't see any worms right here where the flowers are. The bread. Cacao. This one doesn't smell good, and it is getting difficult to pick this bread up. It's kind of disintegrating. Trying to keep my hands out of the shot. And they're not in here. Like, they're not right up on the bread. They're right on the sides. And there is like mold in the air, dusty. So again, just like with the flowers, they're right up against the side eating that mold. And again, they're throughout the bedding all the way to the other side. Moisture seems great. They're having a good time. I'm gonna leave those guys alone. The food is not breaking down very well. It's breaking down, but they're not eating it very fast because it's just a piece of moldy bread. So this is the normal bin. Normal. Oh, they're all up in it. They are right on top of it throughout. Let's see if I can pick up a chunk. They're all over. Again, I did the same thing the same way to all the other ingredients, but this one's definitely juicier, and they're throughout this bedding as well, but not as much. They're mostly up here. They really are. I just went through all the bedding on this side. I found like 3 worms. They're all up in this. Okay, last one. The peppers, this one always surprises me. Like, by surprised, I mean shocks the hell out of me, because I'm almost afraid that they're burning their little tongues. But you can see they're all over this pepper, all over it. And they have been from the start. So, and Anaheims to me are not spicy, but you know, this little orange bell that was here is just gutted. They're still working on it. And then I always do find worms over here by the serranos. This one's emptied of whatever it had in it. This one feels half empty. They hang out over here, but it's not nearly as heavy and thick as the Anaheim. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, gringos, but Anaheims are not that hot. So the fact that these don't have a bunch of worms around them, there's a few. Anyway, this little yellow bell is almost gone. The Anaheim is like skin and seeds. Okay, one more gratuitous worm shot, because that's really cool. But this bin almost ready for feeding again. But I plan to feed them all at the same time. As far as worms being down here in the bedding, I don't really see, honestly, I don't really see any. But I feel like the light's been on for so long that that could skew the results. So there's one lone little guy. And I don't know if you watched the start of this series, but these are red wigglers. So that is it for this week at least. I'll be back next week. Thanks for checking in. Anarchy One Bin signing out.